Good afternoon and welcome to NYFP. This afternoon I'm joined by Stephen Guilfoyle of Meridian Equity Partners. Hi Steve, thanks for joining me today.
Hi, Remy, glad to be here.
Well, as we kick off the week, we're seeing that U.S. stocks are higher with the Dow posting a triple-digit gain, but what is behind today's advance?
Well, see, we're coming right off the Russell rebalance. Oil's been down, gold's been down. Both of them are staying around unchanged today, but they're to the minus side. The stocks they bounced off 1267 for the second day in a row. We saw initial resistance around 1275, which would be expected. And right now I think we're on our way to 1286 where we're going to see stronger resistance. As for the gold and the oil, I think we could see them going further south, at least in the case of oil where we have the president releasing 30 million barrels of oil and other countries combining to release an additional 30 million. So it's 60 million barrels of oil, which are being added to the supply side of the market.
Well, Steve, it's interesting you mentioned oil. We're seeing a crude oil futures WTI that is lower in today's trading session. But given that we are heading into the end of the second quarter and the ending of the quantitative easing too, how concerned are you about what's going on in D.C. in terms of the debt ceiling discussions?
Well, we are hitting the end of the easing, which it's not affecting stocks like I think it would. What I see going on down there, I think everybody's cautious right now. I think that's the theme. It's been the theme for a few months. I would be very well diversified right now. I don't know what to expect. I don't think anybody really does. And I would stay nimble and I would stay diversified.
Well, since you mentioned diversification, what sectors in particular are you looking at, if at all?
I've been touting the financials for quite some time, sometimes alone. They're leading today. They're leading in Canada as well today. I would stay with that as maybe a lead punch, but I would also stay in stocks that are defensive in nature and supply a dividend.
Okay, Steve, last but not least, before we wrap it up for today's interview, since risk is back in the forefront in terms of Greece ahead of the austerity vote, how have you factored that into this week's overall strategy?
Well, Greece has been at the front for a couple of weeks now, but it's more than Greece. Yes, Europe with the French ties to Greece, the German ties to Greece, everybody's concerned about saving Greece, but I caught something about China yesterday, which came out of the blue. They just signed a trade deal with England, with Great Britain, which I think it signals maybe a nervous China, maybe about losing their greatest customer, which is the United States. So they're trying to line up backup customers. So I think the entire world is nervous right now, and I think there's several Greeces lined up behind Greece. So I think everyone's going to have to just watch what happens here, and like I said, be careful.
Okay, Steve, as always, thank you for your time and thanks for your insight today.
Oh, you're welcome.